Mojca, Jerca, dajte se kar na oder usest. Potem, ko poveste, pa greste dol. Oziroma lahko ste skozi na odru.
If you want me to be honest.
So, is this on? Okay. Yes. We will read a few testimonies. Isabella, a 30-year-old woman from Poland, was 5 months pregnant when her water broke. She was admitted to the hospital in September 2021. Tests showed that she had an infection. Doctors refused to act while the fetus's heart was still beating. Because of this, she suffered cardiac arrest and died.
In June of 2022, American woman Andrea was 16 weeks pregnant when she began bleeding heavily while on a holiday in Malta. Because Malta had an abortion ban, she did not receive any help from doctors. She had to travel to Spain to get the medical care she needed.
Marta Sowinski from Poland was 36 when she became pregnant. She developed an infection, but doctors did not perform an abortion. She died in April 2022.
At 24 weeks pregnant, Mirela Čavajda from Croatia was told her baby had a fast-growing malignant tumor. The fetus would not survive. Croatian law allows abortion in such cases. Yet, when Mirela contacted 4 hospitals in Zagreb, 2 refused outright and 2 never responded. She had to travel to Slovenia to receive the help she needed.
In 2016, 32-year-old Valentina Milluzzo was pregnant with twins. At 19 weeks, she was admitted to an hospital in Catania, Sicily, with complications. Valentina developed sepsis. She was in agony, but the doctor refused to act because he was a conscientious objector. She died.
Can I speak like this? I can. These are one of the stories, one of the testimonies why we decided to launch this campaign. Why we decided 3 years ago that we need My Voice, My Choice campaign. And after years, months, days, weeks of work, I can say today is a victory for women in Europe. And today is a good day for European democracy. When 1.2 million citizens raised their voice, when the European Parliament sent a clear democratic signal, and when civil society mobilizes across the borders, we saw that at the end of the day, the European Commission cannot look away. It must act, and today, to a certain extent, it has. What is it historic today is that for the first time, the European Commission is very vocal that European Union funds can be used to guarantee access to safe abortion care, particularly for women in situations where they cannot get abortion, regardless where they came from Europe. This is not just a symbolic thing, it is a commitment to women's rights, and all of us in this room achieved it together. I am happy that the things developed in that way. We must say that after a beautiful experience with the European Parliament, which gave us hope into democracy, where we met people from different sides of political spectrum who listened to us, who respected us, and who gave us a chance that even though we are like aliens in that institution, to belong there, the process with the Commission was not so smooth. European Parliament gave us the biggest commitment possible. European Commission follow it. But we are disappointed that they did not allocate any additional funds for this, and that it will go through existing funding scheme, which is fine, but we are sad because there's no additional funds. But what we need to celebrate, and why this is historic, and why today we are having happy tears, is that there is a pathway. There are options, that we will not hear that kind of stories. Right now, and I'm sure Joanna will speak about this, there is a woman in a Polish hospital who is in danger. And we hope that My Voice, My Choice solution will help in the long run, that that kind of things will not happen anymore, that we will not have the signal that as women we are secondary citizens, and that our life can be sacrificed. Today we won, today we will celebrate, tomorrow we will start working more, because what we realized from today's meeting is that the institution itself will not take care of the things, and that the movement is needed. Now, it's my big privilege to give a word to a couple of girls that you usually didn't see. These are the girls who were fighting for last 3 years, and I cannot be prouder of them. The first one who will be speaking is Tina, who was there from the day one of the campaign, and then also Mojca, who was samely here from day one of the campaign, and then Nika and Dirca, who joined us a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when everything looked like it will fail, but they brought the new energy, and I strongly believe that we got the signatures and the later victory because of them. So I will give you the word now.
So 3 years ago, we started this campaign in Slovenia, a small EU member state that has a great advantage where abortion is written in the constitution. This was fought by women from all political spectrum, from trade unions, from civil society in the 90s when Slovenia became independent, and we're extremely proud on that. And we knew that even if we have protected right to abortion in our constitution, this is something that can be taken away from us. We knew that in Europe situation is not as good as in Slovenia, and that's why we started the campaign. We know that rights can be taken away from us, and we need My Voice, My Choice mechanism. We need protection on EU level, and today the Commission granted us this. So this is for me, and now Mojca.
I will be short because you left me speechless, and thank you for being such a great leader. 2 years ago, we were collecting signatures for safe and accessible abortion across the whole Europe. We were collecting them in every European country, even in the smallest towns and villages. And we succeeded in gathering more than 1 million signatures.
Okay, some of you have probably seen our posts on social media. Maybe you were also featured on them. But what I want to say is that like a strong online presence was really one of the crucial tools to this campaign, like from collecting the signatures, but also to applying pressure. And here we feel that like our online community was our strongest ally and our biggest weapon. We organized on WhatsApp, we organized on Instagram, we organized through all of the platforms. And for us, it's super important that the people were not just followers, but they were active part of the campaign, who were also suggesting what we do. And today, I would just like to say a huge thank you for everyone who was helping us spread the word about the campaign, and just for everything that you did.
Yes, I just wanted to say that we didn't enter European institutions with a lot of hope, but we always believed in our idea. Nobody really believed in us at the start. Many people thought that we are just this group of girls that is doing this campaign for abortion rights, but we did everything we could. We moved to Brussels, we met with so many politicians who gave us hope and who were so supportive, and today we are here and we are so proud. So thank you.
Thank you. And now I will ask girls to go away, and I will and I will invite next fourth speaker to speak. So now we decided to give the word also to politicians. We think that one big mistake that we can do as a civil society is that when we achieve a common victory, we just forgot on good members of parliament and good politicians. And I will just ask you if you can self-organize a bit, so that maybe these first four are coming here on the stage. Lina, can you lead the way? And that all of you will speak. I'm asking you to be disciplined. 2 minutes. Come. 3 more people need to come. Joanna, go. Maria. Lucas, yeah, Marco, yeah. Okay, we will start with Abir, who is on Zoom, and then I will ask you that Lina starts after Abir, and then we go, and then we will ask next 4 to come. Is it okay that we do it like this? It's a movement press conference. This is why it's not so institutionalized. Okay, Abir, I'm giving you the word.
I don't know if you can hear me.
We can.
Yes, perfect. And I cannot see you, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't matter because I can feel we in here. Firstly, thank you so much, My Voice, My Choice, for enlightening the hope again in all of our democratic hearts. And you showed us that citizens' initiative can actually succeed. And not less important is that it's about this very important subject, the right to legal and safe abortion. Finally, the EU is writing history, and it is so much thanks to you, all your activism, all the hard work, all the hours put, all the tears, all the laughter, all the nerves. It has been both a joy and a scary ride to ride along with you. It has been an enormous honor, and I would like to thank the Parliament, all my colleagues who are there in the press conference, but also across the political aisle, who supported the resolution in the Parliament and who pushed through. So we had a majority for the resolution, because I do believe that without the support, the clear support from the Parliament, I think that the Commission would have come back with a less good answer, if I say so. And I would like to thank Haji Al Habib, Commissioner, who welcomed us from the beginning and who was really on our side, even though sometimes it was difficult for her to show. This is the first step. I will repeat that, and I have been saying this. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So this is our first victory, and I consider it to be a victory. Not the entire victory, but it is very important victory. And this is a marathon, and we have next week already, the gender equality strategy is going to be presented. And there we have to keep our eyes on the SRHR bites of it and My Voice, My Choice parts of it, and to continue when it comes to the next MFF negotiations and to secure real funds in the European Social Fund. So it's not over. for all your members out there and all journalists, keep an eye on the government, our national governments. They have to deliver real, easy, accessible mechanisms so women can apply. And keep an eye on the political parties in the parliament, how they negotiate in the next MFF. These are very big tasks ahead of us. Thank you so much for having me joining in your journey. And see you around. See you on the barricades, because we keep fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you, all of you, because you have taught us that democracy really can works, and that people really could have the power, and that politics is here to transform people's lives. So I'm really proud a day of today of being European. It has not always been the case in the last month, I will say. Sometimes we felt a bit ashamed of being European, but I have to say today I'm very proud. I'm very proud of our democracy. Still yesterday, I have to say, for the parliament has been useful, because still yesterday there were some attempts to take out from today's vote, because I don't know if you are aware, but today we have voted. Well, you were waiting for the Commission answer today, but this morning we were voting at the FAM committee the MFF opinion, and there we included my voice, my choice, and that asking for a specific fund or a specific fund, or to use other funds for that purpose. So that has happened today, and it has passed today. So just to say that we have continued, but still yesterday evening, there were real attempts to take that out from today's vote. So as Evira was saying, this is just the beginning, because the backlash we are seeing will not stop. It is a huge backlash. It's very well thought, it's very well financed, it's very strategic, and it is advancing. And sexual and reproductive health rights, it is at the core of their objectives, because it's a way to control us, control our bodies, control our future, and because they just don't believe in equality itself. So this is something that will go on. They are against democracy, and of course feminism and women's rights and feminism. I think is the most democratic movement all over the 20th century and what we are living of the 21st century. So if you want to end up democracy, you want to empty democracy, you have to go against that. But here we are demonstrating that we have the power, especially also when we have not only women, but also men also in our side, defending our rights and a real better society. So I only would like just to insist and to say again once more, thank you. Thank you for all the work you have done, not only for women, but also for democracy and for the European project itself. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to give a huge respect for everybody who done it. Huge respect from the politician. And I think that the most important thing that we are together, and that I see the huge solidarity and huge sister solidarity. I'm from Poland, and I can give you a lot of bad examples about the situation for Polish women. But I think that today it's not time to talking about that. You knew this history, you knew this information. One from you read it about one woman from Poland. We did our job in the European Parliament. It was very, very hard job. like you know, the European Parliament is not so much progressive. It's now a little bit for the right side. It's for us, it's a very difficult job to explain our colleagues how important it is to fight for human rights, women's rights, and all of these things. And I think, and Lina said, and Abir said, that the campaign is not over. We have a lot to do. We will fight, and I can promise you, very hard in the negotiation for the next MFF. And we really want, especially label, especially information that we have information that this money are for the abortion. We will fight for this. We have 1 year. I think the negotiation will end it on June. And what can I say? Member states always could do more to protect women. I hope that our politicians in Poland and maybe in Malta, they see this conference and they will know that abortion and the human rights, it's not only just we said, but we can do it because this is not important. I hope they will see that this is important, especially that for the first time, I think the commissioner, they said very clearly that abortion is a woman's rights and human rights. Thank you, Nika, thank you for everybody. I'm so happy, a little bit disappointed, but I think we can do step by step for real change.
Also, my biggest thanks to each and everybody of the campaign, Nika, each and every one of you working day and night through these years. It's you who made it. We were supporting you. It was you who showed that the civil society can really stand up and take the power. And even if it feels a bit that it was not 110% victory, it is still a victory. Especially during the times when women's rights, minority rights are being attacked all over the world. It feels dark. Many people are numb because the anti-gender movement is attacking us. They are attacking fundamental rights, human rights. They are well financed, as you said. They are well organized. And what is our message and answer to that? This is part of it. These movements are part of it, and these movements are so important. That's why. During the campaign, I've been following the campaign for maybe 2 years, a bit before I became an MEP also, and I all the time gained the stronger feeling that our grandmothers and grandmothers before us, they've been fighting for these rights. And we maybe thought that some of the rights would always stay there, that we would never need to fight again. These fights. And here we are fighting the fights. It's not over. It has to continue because our daughters deserve much better, much more, and we are doing the fight so that they would not have to go through the fights. And I want this to send a huge message all over the world to all of the sisters all over the world, in the US, in so many countries where the human rights are taken away even. So a huge, amazingly big thanks to everybody who joined. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like first to ask all of you to raise your voice again for these wonderful people, maybe, and be loud for them. It's a very, very great thing, and I was sometimes in the past months, I was asked why I support this initiative. And for me as a legislator, the answer is quite simple. I want to quote Tupac here, who many decades ago already said, "Since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one." But if you look at all the legislation that governed the access to abortion, that governed reproductive rights, historically they have been created by men. They have been enforced by men. They were made by men, and they put women in shackles. And I think taking responsibility by being a part of the shaping the legislation in a way which actually respects women's rights and where it empowers women and where it gives this decision to women, that's one of the most important things that the legislator, a male legislator, can do. As a man, not a legislator, just as a simple man, I have made mistakes. I have hurt women. I have crossed boundaries. And I cannot undo what I did. But I can take responsibility and maybe seek forgiveness in my actions, in me being better and being a part of the positive movement in the future. And I think that's something that many men still need to understand. Today is about these organizers. Today is about the countless volunteers who collected a huge amount of signatures in the rain, I heard often, who spent their life, who moved all over Europe, as we just heard, and who showed us that, and I have to debate you there, you're not aliens within the institution. You are the institution. You are the citizens, you are the sovereign, and you take power, and I bow my head, and you will have my eternal respect for all of that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I will ask Manon, because I saw that we didn't have no one from the left, to lead the next group of four. Sit and yeah. And then we also have Terry on a video, and I think that, is there anyone else who wants to speak from the members of parliament? No, okay, good.
All right.
2 minutes each. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it to 2 minutes. First of all, as well, on behalf of the left group, I'm the co-chair of the left group in the European Parliament, Manon Brie. I want to thank very much Nika, but the whole team that has been working all around Europe without counting the minutes, without counting the nights. And this is a proof that a citizens' movement can be translated into action. And today, what I'm convinced for sure is if there was no My Voice, My Choice campaign, for sure the European Commission would not have been acting on anything. So today, if there is this proposal on the table, it is because 1.2 million people mobilized around Europe. It is because the majority of a parliament voted a resolution. And it is because way beyond millions of people around Europe have been expecting that. And we all know, because we're fighting every day with the European Commission, that we need more than that for the European Commission to act. We also know that they might be misleading us. And let's be clear there. What the Commission has proposed is not a new set of funds. It's to use current funds. And we all know that those current funds, namely the social fund, is not increasing. So this is why, collectively, we've opened the door. They didn't want us. We opened the door. We opened the door because there was a civil society movement, because there were millions of people, because there were members of parliament from different political groups. But I want us collectively to take a commitment today. And on behalf of my group, I want to take it here. To say that we'll not give up. We'll not give up. Sorry. We'll not give up. It's emotion. We'll not give up. No, it's fine. We'll not give up until we get additional funds. We'll not give up until some women all around Europe can access safe abortion against cases like we're seeing at the moment again in Poland. A young woman called Lela who is dying just before she's not getting access to abortion. And I want us to take a plea that is public, all of us here, together with the civil society organization, together with political organization, that collectively we're going to fight against the European Commission until they deliver extra money for not a single woman, until not a single woman is dying in Europe because she cannot access to abortion, and until women cannot decide freely. And I'll end on that. Because the fight we're having is not just a theoretical fight. Just 2 weeks ago, the far right laid down a banner, an anti-abortion banner, inside the European Parliament. Yes, when we are in 26, still fighting for our rights to decide on our own body. They're organizing tons of events in the European Parliament. So that coalition that has emerged should not stop, because what you can be sure about is that the right and the far right is not going to give up. But the bad news is that with more motivation, with more people, and here today, we're not ready to give up.
Thank you.
No. Is that what? Is that? Un, deux. Oui. Yes. So I didn't expect to speak actually today, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to speak and to say really thank you. Thank you. When we voted the resolution in December, I said to my Voice My Choice team that it was the most wonderful victory I had since I'm elected in that parliament. And you know, it's a kind of a journey in that parliament for a young feminist, a young lesbian feminist, with all those far-right and anti-choice movement. And I didn't expect that kind of victory, but we did it, you did it. And we did it because we had change to create a huge coalition with the civil society. And that's the way we will have victories in the future. Because, as Lina said before, in every country around the world, the feminist movement, the LGBTQI plus movement are in front, you know, against the backlash. They are fighting so hard and they have a lot of victory. They are really here to fight for democracy, for fundamental rights. So I'm really glad to have done this with you. And as Manon said, it's just the beginning. It's not enough. We want everything and we will have everything. Because the most important is the movement. We have to move, we have to fight. And now we have to fight to have funds. We have to fight for the women all around Europe. And we will be there, and we will stay together. It's really important to stay together with the civil society. It's the only way to do, because in front of us, they are really organized, they are well-founded, and they are well, you know, they are networking all around the world. We see the links between the Trump administration and the far right in Europe and all the far right all around the world. So let's keep that fight together. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Per Clausen. I'm a member of the European Parliament from Denmark, where we have abortion rights, and I'm also a member of the left group in the Parliament. And I will say it's very difficult to me to say how thankful I am for what you have done, because in this very, very dark times, you have shown us that if ordinary people make a solution to make a difference and make organizing about it, it's possible to make changes who can change the world. And I think it's very, very important to remember that in that dark times we live in today. And every day I can look at the other side in the parliament where there are sitting people who want to throw every right we have back and not give us any new rights. So I think it's very, very important what you have done, not only for women's rights or for human rights, but also for women's life. For what you say in the beginning here, if you don't have the right to save abortion, it kills women every day, and it happens every day. So therefore it's so important what you have done. And also a thank to you, because you have given a clear answer to the extreme rights, which every day are working to take rights from us, from you and women, as every human being in our world. So I think it's very, very important, and thank for that.
Thank you.
I think you have had a good result today. We are celebrating today, and tomorrow we still fighting.
Hello. Hello everyone. I want to also congratulations to the organizers of this excellent initiative. I don't want to repeat what my colleague said, but for somebody who is coming from Croatia, neighboring and friendly country, to Slovenia, for somebody who is living near the border with Slovenia, who have lots of friends in Slovenia, lots of relatives in Slovenia. I think the Nika have the same situation. Family, I know that. I'm very proud today. I'm very proud to all these Slovenian activists for this achievement, for their courage, for their energy. I'm also proud to the whole civil society in European Union who support initiative all around our union. I think there's also the victory of them, because when you collect more than million and 200 signs for such an initiative, you need to have the organization. I think that may be the most important message from today. Also, as a rapporteur for the new gender equality strategy and the vice chair of the Committee for the Women's Rights and Gender Equality, I want to say that I was very happy to cooperate together, and I hope we'll continue. I'll, of course, advocating for your rights again, and maybe also have some lecture from all this, that when we are together on the same umbrella, all progressive forces on the one banner, then could really achieve what we want, and that there is no limit then for us. Let's stand together like that, like this. Like, let's be some lecture for us, that we maybe have some other fights. Also, my colleagues said today about them, that we must stick together and fight, and let's go forward to our new victories. Thank you.
Okay, and now we have two more members of parliament. One is here, and another is a video. And I also want to say that we need to be fair. It's not just the progressive forces, it's also the EPP. More than half of the EPP supported this. What? Part of the EPP. Yeah. Yeah, and we are happy also for them. No, you, and then it's a video.
So, I will be very brief, just to mention that today is a V-Day. It's a victory day, and this is your victory. This is the victory of my voice, my choice, believer, and activist. So, thank you, and it's very important. We have to celebrate today because it's really a big victory. But we have to be also very careful that this victory wouldn't become a victoire à la Pyrrhus, because if the principle of a safe access to abortion, and also that the access to accommodation, travel also for the women who doesn't have access to abortion in their country. This is very important, but we have to be very careful, because at the moment I didn't hold the proposal of the Commission, but I've heard that the funding will come by ESF+. I'm member of the parliament. I'm coordinator SND in the Ample committee, and at the moment we are fighting hard in our committee, because in the future, so it means in the next MFF, you know that Europe have multi-annual budget, and the next one will come from 28, so it's tomorrow. That at the moment there is no budgetary line specific for ESF, and ESF is at big danger. So it means that we will have to fight to maintain the ESF funding for the future, for the normal mission and for the new mission. And also to be careful, because at the moment, ESF, it means that the money came through the member states. And is it good to have an instrument that the member state have to ask to have the money? Maybe I would prefer an instrument that this is the civil society who receive directly the money, and not to have to go through the member state. But we will see. And it means also that in the future we will be, and I hope that you will be on our side to fight to have a funding, a specific funding, and also to have a strong funding for ESF+. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. And because we have just 15 minutes till the end, I'm just asking people so Alice, Katrine, Sarah, and also Romania team. come. And you sit, and we put the video on, and then we go to the country specifics and response to the commission. After this, we finish the press conference. Yeah, Elise. And Elise, come. So let's firstly put the video.
The struggle for fundamental rights, and most of all sexual and reproductive rights, continues. But today is a good day. Is the response of the Commission 100% what we wanted? No, it is not. But it is an important step on the way to give access to all women in the European Union to safe and accessible abortion. And that is why I want to congratulate the full team of My Voice, My Choice. What you have made possible over these past months is inspiring, and it shows European citizens want fundamental rights to be enforced. And that means that the European Union has to do more. Today we are taking a first step. We have to put member states to use the space that is given to them now to give access to cross-border abortion care. But we also have to work further. We have to make the right to abortion a fundamental right in the European Union by introducing that into the Charter on Fundamental Rights. We have to continue to give access also through health instruments of the European Union. And we have to fight the backlash, because we know that anti-gender and anti-rights movements are on the rise. And we will fight back. And My Voice, My Choice has been one of the platforms where this was made possible. So keep going. Let's fight for a European Union of equality and fundamental rights.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, and now just the words to people from different parts of the world about what is the meaning of this proposal.
Thank you, Nika. First of all, a big shout out to all the people who work on this campaign. Many of them are not here. Many of them are at home because they cannot or whatever. So, and especially because I'm from France, a big shout out to everyone in France that worked on this. I just want to say that for us in France, it's just a new victory, but it's not the last one. And I think we need to remember that after the Constitution win, the fact that we entered abortion right in the Constitution, this is a new victory. And that shows that in Europe also that community and love can win over fear and division. That also means that every victory we make is a next step for the next victory that we're going to be able to make. And again, as we said at the last press conference, it always seems impossible until it's done. Well, this step is done, now to the next.
The Commission's important decision today recognises clearly the EU's competence to support member state action on reproductive health, and it sets out a clear pathway through which financial support can be provided. For the very first time, the EU has clarified that current EU funds may be used to address barriers in access to abortion care within the EU. Now, it's imperative for the Commission to adopt clear operational guidelines to provide women and member states with legal certainty and clarity. We're also calling for additional budget allocation to support these new programs. The stories of women we heard earlier clearly show the grave harm caused by barriers in access to abortion care across the EU. The Commission's decision is creating an opportunity for concrete European support to respond to this reality. But whether this really translates into meaningful improvements for women will depend on political will and effective implementation, both at EU level and at member state level. And so we will continue to work with members of the Parliament, the Commission and member states, and My Voice, My Choice to translate today's decision into real and meaningful improvements for women across Europe.
As a woman and also as a Romanian activist, I'm very happy that my country contributed massively to this group effort. In Romania, abortion is not illegal, but over 80% of hospitals refuse to perform it from religious or moral reasons. So many women have a very difficult way of accessing abortion. It's over 1,000 euros. Maybe you all know that Romania is not the richest country in the EU. So poverty and lack of sexual education is a big problem. So in my opinion, this victory is massive for all European women and also for Romanian women who can get a better chance to get an abortion. I'm holding my tears. I think it's amazing for all of European women and for our daughters, because I have 2 daughters and I feel like this victory is also for the future women that our children will become.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elise Nelson. I'm coming from the United States. Now, you can imagine, as an American, what it is like to watch what happened here today. It gives me so much hope. And I think if I have one message to say, it's that the world is watching. Americans are watching, and you're giving us so much hope. So although I know this victory may not have been all of the things that you wanted, it is a huge step forward. Women won. And not just women in the EU, women everywhere today won. It will have a ripple effect. These things do. We need a win at a time that women's rights are rolling backwards around the world as democracy is receding. Today, democracy was on display. These last 3 years, to see the blood, sweat, tears, sleepless nights that this extraordinary team put into it, I am so proud and honored to have been a very small part of supporting these efforts over the last 2 years. So thank you so much, and keep going.
Thank you so much. And the last person who will speak is Lucia. Wait, I have to come. Do I come here? Yes, you can talk here.
Okay, so I just wanted to let everyone know, as you know, we're not going absolutely nowhere. At first we thought after we win and we get a somewhat okay yes, that we will shut down. The reality is that we're here to stay, we're here to work with all of you and do more.
And basically, this is all from us. We wanted to have a couple of more speakers, but we are already dealing with fake news everywhere that the Commission totally rejected us. One of the articles is also on Politico, so we will need to, I guess, fight for the narrative because we know that it's in the biggest interest of neoconservative groups to portray this as a failure. So we will fight, and what I wanted to say is that we did a history today, we will fight. As I said, we are disappointed because there's no additional resources, but also for us, what is important is that now the money can come to women, that women can get safe abortion, can get travels covered, and also hotels covered. And now we will, I guess, need to work more and make sure that everyone hears that it was a yes, we heard it on a press conference, and that we are continuing with our work. Thank you so much. Okay, and everyone, you are invited to do a group photo with us in 8 minutes. And what you need to do is to follow a link. Yeah, you can come and ask me. Just others will go to take the photo. I mean, the cameras are here. Yeah, you can be kind. All is good. I can answer the questions. Yeah, ask. Okay, thanks. I'm Laura Fernanda from the Spanish news agency. I have 2 questions. One, do you think the Commission could have done more today, or this is really the furthest they can go within the treaties at this time? And I have a second question more on specifics. How many countries do you think will be willing to use the ESF funds for this, and how much money would be needed? Okay, so basically the first question, we were always clear that we wanted more from the Commission. We wanted that they give out additional funding, and they didn't. But what they did is that they found a legal way how to basically allow that abortions for the women who cannot get safe and accessible abortion in their own country will be covered. And this for us is a victory. But we would want the additional financial sources. But all in all, what is the great success of this initiative is basically the fact that for the first time they said, yes, this can be funded, and there is a way how to do it. About the countries, 11 countries supported us, 11 ministers said that they are supporting this, and the countries are Spain, which was like the biggest ally, Slovenia, France, Estonia, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Luxembourg, Romania, Austria, and which one? So, which one? Poland. So these are the countries, and we are sure that they will be able to take the next steps further, but we know that our additional work is now to convince them to do it.
Do you have an estimate of how much money would be needed?
Yeah, like by our judgments, it was like yearly 3 to 7 million, which is almost nothing for the European Union. Every car gets more.
3 to 7?
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Yes.
Yeah, maybe starting from the beginning of your journey, which was the most difficult challenge that you had to face during
So basically for us, the hardest thing was that we found the legal way how to propose safe and accessible abortion. And the problem was that we were very naive and thought that we can just legalize abortion everywhere. But what we then found out is that it needs to be in the European competences. So the whole idea of finding financial mechanism which would allow that kind of travel is something which is super, super important. Then it was the collection of signatures, work in the parliament, and now the commission. That's it? One more? Yeah? Of course. You can. Yeah.
So, first of all, congratulations. Also, I was inspired also by this question and your answer, as I'm here as a journalist, but also as a former, let's say, pioneer of European Citizens Initiatives. So I worked, as I said, to part of your team on the very first year, and for us it would have been kind of science fiction to get to this moment. So really, congratulations from the bottom of my heart, and yeah, it's true that the legal competencies is still this kind of threatening part, but I really hope that despite the disappointment today, this can also pave the way and inspire more countries to be really aware about the importance to change this part and to really act at a more powerful level. Legalize and also to allow abortion and reproductive choices at all levels in all member states. So just to support also your narrative efforts, and I guess that this is also a challenge from now onwards.
Thank you.
But it's fine. It's really, you explain it really.
Okay, so now we need to go, and you will need to follow. I think Noda also knows where the action is. I have some more statements to quickly give, but follow please Noda, also the MEPs, if you can go there to have a photo, and let's do this.
We are going to the commission building now to take a group picture. So if everyone will follow me, Georgi, and Alenka, that would be great.